Hi, Cancer. This is your reading for the month of August 2026. Okay. Typically, at the end of the reading, if you have any personal requests for cases or if you want a personal reading, you can hit me up on my IG at Amani Ife 777. Okay. All right. Or you can send me a direct message on here. Just depends on what is more convenient for you. Okay. Um, let's see what's coming through. So, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Hmm. I'm picking up something really specific, and it's telling me something about losing insurance, either that you need insurance or you may lose it. So, typically, if somebody feels like they're going to lose their insurance, it's through a job. So, if you have a specific job that you have insurance, an insurance benefit plan with, um, you may need to like recertify, or you need to call every year or a specific time of year to make sure that your insurance is up to date. Okay. And the same thing applies to a job. If it's not job related, then there's some type of insurance that you need to keep your eyes out for, or you need to pay attention to. It could also be, I'm feeling drawn to the idea of life insurance. So if you want a life insurance policy for yourself, that may be one thing that you want to pay attention to as well. And the idea of having beneficiaries, and if you have any kids, making sure that your children are also on that profile. Okay. All right. So be mindful of some type of insurance. Be mindful of the type of employment that you do have, that it may require you to do a specific recertification process. So be mindful of those things. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, Cancer. So you have the Two of Love underneath. All right. So it feels like you're connecting. I'm getting something about a Pisces to be particular, but it could be whatever water sign. Could be like a Cancer like yourself, but a Pisces is coming through here. I'm getting some type of friendship. So you may connect to a Pisces or whatever water sign for a friendship if it's not intimate. Two of Cups is typically like a friendship type of energy anyway. So if the Ace was accompanied with it, it would mean that you are trying to evolve the connection or the friendship into something a little bit deeper and more profound for you in the long term, like marriage or engagement, anniversaries, etc. Okay. And I'm also getting this idea of trying to figure out where someone lives. So if you meet someone, or if this water sign energy of whatever sign, if this is someone that you already know, they're very discreet about where they live, or if they're moving, they're very discreet about where they're moving to. If they're not telling you where they're going, you could be the one that's doing that to them. You may not want them to see where you live or how you live, and that could be a vice versa message with that. Okay. I am getting this idea of using social media as a means to try to figure out where someone lives, using like GPS, using like Google Maps to try to search up their address, or kind of like you may be trying to prompt a conversation with the individual to try to get clues as to like what neighborhood they live in, province, district, what country they live in, even what part of the state, etc. If you're in the United States. Okay, so it feels like you're doing some type of social media stalking to kind of figure someone out. If it's not only, or someone's doing that to you, if it's not only you trying to figure this out about somebody else, then they're definitely doing that. If it's not, you know, if it's not that type of situation. Okay. Your starting point has the Knight of Sword. So the Knight of Sword energy coming through could mean you could be dealing with an external air sign. So the energy that I was picking up underneath, it could coincide with an air element, like an Aquarian, a Gemini, or a Libra. All right, so they may be the ones that are trying to figure out where you are. I'm also getting this idea of who you're dating. So this person could be an ex. okay, and they want to know, and you moved on from them, and they want to know who you're dating, whether you're a man or a woman. They could be a man or a woman, but someone's very masculine because they are a questioner. They're very forward in their character. If they're a woman, if it's a man, they this a man is a little bit in touch with their feminine side if it's a man, okay, and they want to know, who you're dating now, who you moved on to, where you're living, etc. But they're using social media as their outlet to try to figure those things out, okay. There is this feeling of keeping a profile hidden. Either that's something that they do, or that's something that you're doing because you may feel like they may end up looking for you and they're trying to find you. But what's the reason that you're trying to keep yourself hidden? One of you, or I don't know who I'm speaking for, but this individual, if you had them in your life, they took some type of money from you, and whether you're aware of that or not, I don't know. Like, it could be like, I don't know, chump change. It could be like a larger amount of money, but it really sat with you, the deceptive move that this person made in terms of some type of money that you gave them. You may have given them money out of remorse, or you did it with the expectation of something, of getting something back in return, whether that's tangible or it's an intangible, I want something back in return. So either you're the one that's bringing that energy towards them, or they're the one that they move this way with you, or they have that thought about you. Okay, so there's somebody's coming through that's very interesting like that. All right, the devil is there in the waiting. Devil could be the sign of Capricorn, or it's something. All that energy I was picking up with with a Pisces, with a whatever water sign or an air sign, all that I was picking up may coincide with it's devil energy. Like, it's addictive. Someone may be addictive to you. Are you addicted to this person? Or if it's the devil, what I was picking up before, that could be how you feel about a Capricorn. You're waiting for them to come through. Um, I'm getting this feeling like you're trying to act like you're not interested. You're trying to act like you're not interested in this person. Are they trying to act like they're not interested in you? It's either the air sign man or woman, or it's a Capricorn that you have this thought about, like you're waiting for. This person, I feel like they're kind of making their way out, like they're kind of easing their way out of a situation, but they're also keeping tabs on you, and they're using social media to keep tabs on you. Or they're connected to a Capricorn, and that's their way of keeping tabs. Or you're connected to a Capricorn and you want to know what's going on with this person, or a water sign, another water sign energy external. Somebody does very well with keeping secrets. So either that's you, an air sign, another water sign, or a Capricorn. Okay, you do very well with keeping something hidden from somebody. At least you think you are. Okay, the Ten of Swords is there. Ten of Swords coincides with the air element. Addictions. You may find out that someone that you once dated, like there's a drug habit that somebody adopted that you don't know that they adopted. That's why the 10 is also here. The 10 could also be here because I also feel this energy of privacy. Like, you feel like your privacy is being invaded somewhere. The swords are related to social media communications and connections. So you may feel like something about your privacy is invaded. Something about it is invaded. Somebody may feel like their privacy is invaded. If it's not only you, it's an air sign. The air sign is invading your privacy. If it's not only the air sign, it's an external water sign, or it's a Capricorn. Somebody feels like something is they're invading. Are they invading your privacy? Are you invading theirs? Or if somebody's privacy feels invaded because of a third party communication that is going on between you and the air sign, Capricorn, or another water sign. But if it's not anything relationship and friends being interesting, friends and exes trying to figure out what's going on with you, you're trying to find somebody, somebody's trying to find you, Ten of Swords. If it's not that, then the Knight of Sword with the devil and the 10 is almost like there's this feeling that you have within you where you may want to move totally out of the area that you live in. So whatever state or country, district, town, province that you live in, you feel like you need to move because the 10 is kind of extreme. The 10 is extreme. I'm going to give you a really interesting example. If this isn't only external people that are bringing this energy towards you, I feel like this is could also be something that you're dealing with within yourself. Like, do you have stalker tendencies? Do you have addictive tendencies with a person or a situation? I am getting also like a workplace environment. You may spend too much time at work, and someone like an air sign or a Capricorn or another water sign, they may deem you to be very, like, maybe something's workaholic about you, and but it's not normal that you're spending long hours in a workplace, or you're spending long hours working. I don't know if you observed this about somebody else. Maybe somebody's addicted to their job, and maybe somebody has addictive tendencies. I was also getting the drugs. Like, you feel like maybe somebody's drug habit that you didn't know about before is coming to the surface with the Ten of Swords. But they're using their work environment as like a outlet. So if it's you and you're addicted, you have some type of addiction that somebody knows about or they don't know about, but the addiction is also work related. So if it's not only drugs, it's also a work related addiction that you have or someone external has. Or someone's addicted to watching you, like watching you on social media, watching everything that you do, keeping tabs. Air sign element external. Capricorn, water, whatever. So before I move any further, just to kind of give you a synopsis of what I just picked up, one, with the Two of Cups energy underneath, you are dating somebody, or you're bound to date somebody that is, they may have an addictive tendency that you don't know about. So that either it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be sex, it could be addicted to watching you and you don't know that they're watching you. This is a friend that you have connected to. Two, you have an ex that wants to know if you're dating anybody new with the Ten of Swords. But the way they're trying to figure out if you're dating someone is I'm also getting this idea of following you on social media or following you in the street. So if you may live near an ex, or you're quiet about where you live because you feel like someone has the tendency to stalk you in person. Like, it's extreme. Like, I don't know if you feel like you need a protective order in a job, with a supervisor, with an ex, with a friend. The friend energy is okay, but the 10 is there with the friend. If it's not a regular, normal connection, the 10 is here with a friend, because I feel like a friend is an addict, and they're a work addict, or there's something that's drug addict like about a connection that you're making with somebody new or from the past, and you feel like you need protection, or there's something about that addiction that this person has that you're not going to see. It's going to come to the surface, basically. Okay. The future has the Five of Cups. Okay. And your instincts has the Prince of Cups. So this could be you or another water sign. That's why I was picking up Pisces. Like, something's going on with another water sign that you're attracted to. You're attracted to, or you're connected to. Whether you're a man or a woman, like, this is somebody else. This is another water sign, man or woman, that you have in your life. And there's addiction surrounding this person too. You got air signs. Something's interesting about air signs, but this is the energy I feel like is the friend. One of them is a friend if they're external. One of them is a friend, co-worker, they're a friend, somebody's an ex. This person I feel like is an ex that stole money. They took something from you with the Devil and the 10, and something about what they took, you're not aware of for some reason. You're not aware of something that somebody took. And it feels like tangible, feels like money. Like, even in the Devil, the card is green in the background. So I do feel like it's a financial steal that somebody made in regard to you that you really don't know about. And it's taking me back to the idea of insurance. So it has something to do with some type of insurance that you have, whatever, car insurance. I'm also getting like a money back guarantee. I'm hearing that, a money back guarantee. Something about getting your money back. Maybe you paid for something and you didn't get something specific and you want your money back involving an air sign, another water sign, or a Capricorn. The devil is here as the energy because I feel like whatever is taking place, it has an addictive element attached to it. So whether it's money, somebody may have been taking money from you like addictively and you don't know. It could have started off as a very small amount and it ranged to a very large amount over time. Like some type of money. Like if this is a workplace that this is happening, Two of Cups, Ten of Swords, Devil, and these men or these women over here, if it's a workplace, somebody has been messing with your insurance or your retirement or your benefits, your medical, your whatever. Somebody has been messing with that. And it could have something to do with whether you work part-time or full-time. If it's an ex, something is going on financially with something that you did with an ex. The spirit is telling me that they want something back. So if you did something financial tie, Ten of Swords with the Devil and the Knight of Sword and the Prince of Cups external, if you did some financial tie with someone like that, if it's not a job and it was a like ex relationship or something, ex friendship, they want something back from some type of financial tie that you structured with them. I'm getting this idea that you may need to sue a job. You may need to sue a job or an insurance company for dispersing some type of document or dispersing some type of information with the 10 in the present. And I feel like you don't know about this. Like this is not, it's coming, something about it may come to the surface in August. Like it's coming to the surface in August. The 10 on this card could represent October. So something may not ease out until October, or you're going to find out something in October. So the now energy for August is that increments of and pieces, bits and pieces of information are going to come to you regarding something insurance related, financial related, 401k related, retirement related, benefit related, for something attached to an ex or something that an ex-friend or like a coworker or like I'm also getting like something that a bestie, someone that you call your bestie did, or like it's a relationship from the past that you don't know that it messed with some type of your security and you don't know that, but it's coming to the surface this month, and it may resolve itself in October, or it may all the information pieced together you're going to find out in August is going to culminate in October. But you may still miss something may still you still may miss for whatever reason. All right, it's a lot going on there. So before I move further, it's a different, I mean, like you could choose a scenario. There's a lot of different things happening here at one time. You're with somebody. I'm gonna go with this first example. You're dating somebody new. You're looking at somebody new. The Devil is in the waiting. You have the Knight of Swords. Whoever you're connecting to that's new. Prince of Cups, external, man or woman, whoever, or Knight of Swords. You're dating somebody new, or you're interested in somebody new, but you're watching them a lot, or you're keeping tabs on them, or they do this to you, or you're meeting somebody new that you're being really discreet about where you live, or they're being really discreet about where they live. Like they really hell bent on you not knowing where they live. And you may have to travel in between states. You're trying to go on social media to figure it out. They're trying to use social media to figure that out about you. And I'm getting tracking devices. Like when I said that, someone may use tracking devices, or you're fearing somebody using tracking devices on you. I don't know. A partner, somebody that you're with is doing that. Or someone you were with in the past was doing that. And maybe you didn't know that they were. But there's a particular reason as to why they were doing that to you. And it's like it's coming to the surface, and it has something to do with money. If it's a job, one element, you may need to sue a job, or you need to sue possibly an insurance company for somebody. If that's probably like one person I'm probably picking that up for. You may need to sue a job because of somebody that they may be trying to figure out where you live or find where you are However they're doing it through social media, if it's not love, they're trying to do that because they have something that belongs to you, or they stole something, or they stole something from you, and they don't want it to be obvious that they did, so they're trying to find you on social media, and they're trying to, like, two of cups, they're trying to be friendly with you on social media to not make it seem like I don't want him or her to know that the reason why I'm trying to look for them on social media is because I took something from them, and now law enforcement or whatever, they filed the dispute, they got police involved, they trying to find this, that, and the third. Now they're going to be hot on my ass. And now I need to, let me return it, let me return this, let me return the object, the money, whatever it is, before they find out that what I did with this. Or they're an ex, and there's the shadiness with an ex if it's not a coworker or someone from an insurance company or a job. Okay, it's interesting. 5 and 6, your accomplishment has the 6 of success, so this is good. And it's charity, so you made something is charity, like I was picking up from before, way earlier in the reading. Something was like charity, like I was getting that feeling of somebody giving something back to you, that you may have given something to someone out of charity, a charity like gesture, or you were sharing money, you let somebody borrow some cash, and it's like you wanted it back, or you didn't, or you did, and they're trying to find you to give it back. It's right next to the Knight of Swords. It's right next to the air sign, man or woman. I feel like that's not all of it. So it's telling me that's not all of it. It's like that's not all of it. Whoever's voice that is, I don't know, yours or they. I feel like you're the one that's saying to them, that's not all of it. That's not all the money. It's supposed to be, this is a 6, it's supposed to be 6,000, and you only gave me 4,000. I'm just giving an example. The rest, when I said that too, I feel like the rest of it is stashed away. So it doesn't have to be that exact amount of money. Somebody stashed away the rest of whatever money, communication, and connection that you have to somebody, an ex, an employer, an insurance company, a friend, whatever this person is or people are there for. It's not all of it. This is, somebody needs to give you the rest of it, or you do. It's not, all of it is not there. 10 of Swords in the present is not there. It's not all the way, it's not, all of it is not there with money. And that's where the addiction is coming from. And that's where you're like, I do feel this message also of I shouldn't have done business with. So be careful of doing business with someone specific that you feel you're not going to get your cut from the connection. You're not going to get a cut from the connection with the air. You're not. Or you're not going to get all of it back. You may or may, the 5 of Cups is in the future. You're not going to get all of it back. Your insurance, some type of, I'm also getting something about like a life plan, something related to a life plan, like a fidelity. I don't know, like some type of insurance, a savings. You're not going to get all of it back. You're telling somebody that, or you're not going to get the person back. I don't know, whatever it is. You're not going to be able, a police or an investigator that works with like a bank, and you could be talking to a teller, and the teller is telling you, unfortunately, we can only give you this amount back. I'm also getting this idea of a reinvestment. So some type of money that belongs, I'm going to go with it being your money. Some type of money that belongs to you, you willingly gave, or you did not willingly give to someone or some bodies that they took the money and they reinvested it into something or someone else. Whatever that is. It's interesting. Somebody reinvested some type of money that something about it belongs to you. Some amount of it belongs to you. A percentage of it, but it may have been supposed to be for you, but it got reinvested into something for someone else, or it got reinvested into something else, whatever that means. The star is here in the mentality. The star is in the mentality. Your spiritual self is the mentality. and it's an Aquarius, an Aquarian man or woman. Whatever is going, and when I said Aquarian man or woman, I get investment. So there's an investment that you agreed upon, with, to be specific, with an Aquarian man or woman. All right, it's an investment. It's a deal. It's a bet. It's a whatever it constitutes as. It said investment. So whatever is going on there is because you invested money into a person. You did an investment into something tangible with someone else. A home, a car, whatever it is, a home, a car, some type of business, I don't know. And you're like, I want my percentage of the investment. I want that back in return to me. That percentage that I invested into this, I want that percentage back, coming back to me. Mm. Or it's a person, like you could have invested time into a person, someone that you're interested in dating, and you feel, it's telling me lucked out. Like when I went on that example about someone you're dating or it's a person you're investing into, it's telling me that you lucked out on a person. You lucked out on an air sign. There's a lot of air here. You lucked out on a Capricorn, another water sign. Those are the signs that I see, but it could be whatever zodiac sign. I feel like you lucked out on a person, or you're on the outside looking in. Someone is lucking out on someone because of, it could be because of greed. It could be because of somebody's status, like their lifestyle, something like that. Prince of Wands and the mentality. So Prince of Wands is fire sign. The Prince of Wands is a fire sign. And you're thinking the water sign external and the Prince of Wands, they're both in your head space and you're thinking about them. They're not in a tangible spot. So everything that's going on down here, it may have something to do with them too. Or it has something to do with lucking out and in insurance and dating somebody. You could have, one example of this also, if this is like one interpretation, if you feel like you lucked out in terms of a business investment, I can understand why the Ten of Swords would be here. Like you're thinking that if I invest what X amount of money into this into this business, into this company, that I'm going to get this back in return, and that's not the case. Somebody stole it. You gave it to somebody to reinvest somewhere for you, or invest for you, and they came back with a lesser projected expectation of an investment percentage, and you didn't get that exact percentage back. Could be related to stock and insurance and a job and needing you suing a job and whatever. I'm getting another really interesting idea. If it wasn't for a class or something that somebody's trying to get you to take to understand, some type of it's giving me this feeling of a company, like there's a specific class or a training that you took or you need to take to understand an investment, like how to make investments, how to do those things. If you didn't do that, that may come up to the surface, like someone may recommend that you do that. So you can understand the financial ins and outs of how a company is structured, or insurance is structured, in a job, or it's a relationship, like somebody that you were with, and it's someone that you were with, the spirit is telling me has their eyes on you. Yes, we know that. And we know why. They want something, or they want something back, or they're trying to find you. They're trying to find you using social media. Trying to find where you live. I don't know if you're doing that to somebody, and the reason, if you're the one that's moving that way with someone, then it's because of what I was picking up, all that stuff from before. Money and investment, something that you put time and energy into, and you feel like you need something in return because of time and energy that you put into a person, a situation, a cause. You want something back in return, whatever that is. Or somebody feels that way about you. You could have done that. You could have done whatever it was Ten of Swords, that you could have done that to an air sign or fire. There's a fire sign here, or a fire sign could have done that to you. The Aquarian man or woman was really specific with the investment side. But there's a fire sign energy here that the spirit is telling me knows everything about it. They know everything about a person that you're trying to date, but something's going on with the person's money with yours. Or you're concerned with that person's money, or the fire sign energy knows about the person, what the person really wants from you, really wants, vice versa, what you really want from somebody, or that you want something back, or that they want something back. I'm gonna give you a really interesting example before I go to this woman. Okay, this is really interesting. This is a situation. I'm looking at the Prince of Wands. There's a situation where somebody gave you some type of recommendation to be with somebody. Like somebody gave you that recommendation to date, or they want you to meet their friend, and they're like, he has, he or she is they're financially well off, and I think that y'all would make a great couple, right? But on the flip side, with the Five of Cups in the future and the Ten of Swords in the present, they may not really be financially well off, and you feel like with the Six of Success that you feel entitled to getting something back in return, because you feel like you invested time and energy into someone that is not really, they're not financially, they don't have the same mindset as you. An air sign doesn't. They do or they do not. Or someone may not understand money. Like someone may not understand how to work their money. Do you not understand how to work some type of money? It just depends on what's going on. But you feel, that's why I was getting that idea from earlier, lucking out on a deal, lucking out on a connection, like somebody lucked out. Somebody lucked out on something, an investment. Like I feel like there is time to save this issue. Like unless it's under you feel like you have time to save money, save a person, save a connection, save a whatever it is. Like there's time to save. With the six there, it's a good thing. Like it's a good omen that energy is there. But there's repercussions, and there's also damage control that I feel like you need to do very quickly here with these signs. Whatever it is that they did or they're trying to do or you did. Princess of Wands, they're changing. So you have fire sign male, female, air sign male, female, Capricorn, with the devil. Doesn't have to be, could just be the energy of what's happening. Water sign male, female. All the signs, basically. All right. Prince of Wands is here, but specific signs will be, if the spirit was giving me Aquarian and a Capricorn is here. Could be Gemini, could be Libra, however, it just depends. The Princess of Wands is changing. The Dancer, okay? They're in a changing position because the spirit is telling me that whatever one of those examples and scenarios that I gave in interpretation, one of those, it applies to this person. Very specific. It applies to this person. So, and it's telling me the repercussion. What I said about the repercussion part, it applies to this person, the repercussions. The repercussions of dealing with them. Something, if you're a man and this is a woman that you were dating, they did something or they're doing something that there's some repercussions to the fact that you're connected to them. But they're changing because you're going to find out something about them that's going to change. It's going to change how you look at things. That's why I was getting lucked out. Whether you're a man or a woman, you went and you did it. Simple example. You took somebody's recommendation. You could have been dating somebody specific, right? That you originally were attracted to. But then your friend came and said, I found somebody better, more attractive for you to be with. But whoever you decided to go with, that person ended up taking something from you. They took something from you, or they're in the works of taking something from you. Now you have to do damage control. You have to do damage control, and you lucked out on someone or something, like an opportunity, a person, whatever, because you went the wrong way. But they're changing because they're going out the door. They're going out the door. The fire sign woman. They're going out the door. Or they're a princess, so they could be a younger fire sign woman. They're going out because of something that you're realizing. So the Knight of Swords, the Spirit is telling me one of them is a friend, and a friend is trying to find you on social media to warn you. That's one thing. A friend on social media is trying to warn you about a Princess of Wands, about an air. I feel like one air sign element is something is also kind of like a liar about them as well, but they don't have to be a liar, or they took something, whatever it is. But one of them also is someone who is trying to look out for you or find you on social media in regard to a fire sign, man or woman. Something that a fire sign, man or woman, did. Or the fire sign is trying to do this for you about an air sign or a water sign. I don't know. However it applies. But it feels like you're going to find out. Like you're going to find out. Like you may not see something now, but you will find out later. All right. In regard to your insurance, an insurance policy, something going on with life insurance, whether you have it or you don't have it, or somebody has that with you on it together, and something's going on with the money, something is going on with the money with that. I'm looking at the fire sign. Something's going on with the money with that, whether it's a lover, a friend, a co-worker, I don't know, a husband, a wife, whatever. It's a fire sign energy. I feel like is something needs to be seen. Something needs to be seen. I was gonna elaborate. Somebody could have added somebody on to something that you didn't give permission for somebody to add somebody onto. Could be a will. I don't know. Something like that. There's a lot of different things happening. The resolution has the Ace of Swords going towards the Five of Cups. It's an ace. So you have an idea. It coincides with the air. It coincides with the air, but the Five of Cups is there too. So I feel like there's some grief in the future with yourself. It's water. It goes with your element. Like there's grief that you're feeling, that you may feel in regard to another water sign. I was getting Pisces in regard to like another water sign, man or woman, or it's you. Like you feel sad about something specific, but there's some grief, but it'll go away. It's just a 5, so that will kind of like it'll go away. But it will only go away once you find out what's wrong. So if you don't find out what's wrong, it's not gonna go away. All right, there's something is wrong, and you need to pinpoint either the thousands of scenarios that just came through, and the interpretations. One of those scenarios resonates with you, and there's something within one of those scenarios is wrong, and you need to figure out which one connects with you that you need to fix. You need to fix. All right? Something needs to be fixed. About a friend. Something like you have a friend, you have a connection with a friend, and there needs to be more that needs to be seen about the friend. Somebody, if you're a guy, you have your guy friends recommending you. You're already with somebody that you like, 2 of Cups. You already like somebody, and your guy friend is telling you, I got another option for you to date or be with. And you left the person that you use your intuition that you should have been with, but you left them, or you put them you put them in the back burner. And then you ended up going with someone that they're really, something is shady. Like they're really shady. They're not a good person. Or something's going on with an air sign. Like something, the air sign is trying to, that one of them, or however many of them is trying to one of them was showing up like an ex. One of them is an ex, and there's an ex that wants revenge. I'm getting that too. One ex wants revenge, and or it's an ex that you did something with, investment related with somebody, and you're not getting it. It's not equal. The investment isn't equal. Or somebody trying to find you, and they can't find you on social media. You don't want to be found by them, or they're looking for you, like they're stalking you. They're trying to find you. Could be a fire sign. Energies may be trying to find you, and you block them. Like you may have blocked somebody from finding you because of what they did. What they took something. You did something business related with someone, and it's unequal. Like it's not balanced. They took more than you, or when I said that too, it took me back to the reinvestment. They reinvested some type of money that you made with them, or that you something connection wise that you have financial with them. They reinvested it, and something about that reinvestment is hurting you. That's why the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords is there. Air sign could have done that. There's a fire sign, man or woman could have done that, and there's something younger about them, or somebody's young in mind. Like they did something without reading the fine print. An Aquarius. An Aquarian could have done something without permission. If it's not only Aquarius, the stars in your spiritual self as well, because I feel like you're financially stable. You are financially stable, but I feel like you still want some type of money back. Whether you're financially stable or not, you want some type of something back. And it could be, it's telling me something about visibility. Like you want some type of visibility back, whatever that means to you. Visibility could also have something to do with like popularity and being seen and being like acknowledged. Like something there may have something to do with you, or it's an Aquarius. Like it's something about visibility and being noticed and popularity and getting attention. So that's you, or an air sign feels like that. But however somebody feels, it has something to do with something being reinvested, or like you not knowing the reason why the reason somebody's watching you. They took something, an ex took something. You want it back, they want it back. I'm gonna give one more last interesting example. Somebody being with you, I feel the need to explain it this way. Somebody also being with you, it gives them some type of visibility. Like I feel like it's kind of giving me this idea of importance. Somebody may feel important with you. That could be why an air sign is trying to track you down, or somebody's trying to be with you. You got water sign here, you got fire signs. Somebody wants to be with you because they see you as like they see you as like their meal ticket. Fire sign, water sign, external. The air, I feel like, is a little bit of both. The air sign is a little bit of both of whatever it is that applies to them. They're a little bit of both, okay? It's telling me an ex wants you, like an ex definitely does want you, but it's just the reason behind why they want to be. They want something that you have attached to you, like somebody knows you have. It's like you say you work a really good job. Simple as that. You work a really good job, and you have a really great a retirement plan. Somebody wants to be close to you because you do. That's why they're coming back. But they realize that you're with somebody else. Six of Pentacles. They realize that you're with a Capricorn. I don't know. You're connected to somebody else that, whatever it is. Or you already had somebody and someone's trying to get you to go away from someone specific because of the Six of Pentacles. Or somebody, not lawsuit, yeah, it could be lawsuit, but something related to insurance and like a lawsuit, suing is related to something that somebody's coming back into your life to take. So that's why I was like, there's some takers, like you're surrounded by takers. Or somebody wants visibility, like somebody sees you as their meal ticket, and or vice versa, and they also view you as giving them, being connected to you is giving them more visibility, and they're trying to find you, and you can't be found, or you can't find somebody, whatever the reason is. This is like popping back up into somebody's life because you have an objective, or they have a motive. They have a motive. All right. Let me look for the outcome here. What's the outcome for Cancer? You. You're traveling. Your outcome is travel. There's 5 of Cups is in the future. So whatever you're traveling to, the reason why you're traveling, it may cause it may result in you having some type of grief. But it's only because it's where you're going to find out where some type of money, where it's going or where it went. With the Chariot and the 5 of Cups in the future. Let me do another outcome. Or where someone went, or where someone else external went, or somebody, this could be happening to, this could be you moving like this with someone, and it's where they're finding out where you went. Whatever that is. Where you went. Or where somebody went is important. The Chariot. And the 2 of Cups came back out. So you're traveling for a connection. You're traveling for a connection. Right? This is why you're traveling. But they're traveling for a connection that you may find out some more stuff regarding that connection. Let me do it 2 of Cups. Or somebody knows why you're traveling to go connect with someone, but it's like I feel like when I said that, the motive is unclear. So you may travel to go do something with somebody or somebodies, but the motive is unclear. And the motive could be one of the scenarios I just picked up. Meeting a new guy or girl. Somebody's trying to hook you up with a new guy or girl because they're trying to tell you your ex is watching you on social media. You're trying to hide from the ex. You're traveling to go connect with, I'm getting something about a girlfriend. Whether you're a girlfriend could be like a friendly way to say it, or a girlfriend could be intimate girlfriend. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're traveling to someone you call your girlfriend, your friend. And the reason why you're traveling to them is they have something to tell you. They're going to tell you that your ex is stalking you. They're going to tell you that somebody tracked your phone. They're going to tell you that a job, you may have used to work with a friend or a girlfriend or whoever, a guy, girl, whatever. And you're traveling with them or to them, and they're telling you, they're spilling tea. They're spilling tea, and they're also telling you what a job did. And they're like, girl, guy, my man, my girl, whatever, you need to sue. You need to lock your doors. You need to block your social media. You need to, apprehend. I'm looking at the Prince of Wands. You need to apprehend them. Or they may get apprehended. Water sign, external, fire sign, male, female, air sign. Someone may get apprehended. You may apprehend someone. The 8 of Cups is with the 2 of Cups in the travel. You may be traveling with a girlfriend or a friend, a guy, girl. You travel with them. You may go out to drink. And it could be 5 of Cups. If I'm going to add the 5 of Cups with this energy, you could be going out to drink, but it's the reason why. It's either to celebrate, or it could have something to do with some type of loss. It could have something to do with a loss that you're traveling. Or you're traveling to go drink with your friends, and or someone you're dating, and they're telling you, they're sharing with you findings. They're telling you that your ex, like a friend from the past, their return, and they have addictions, and this is what happened to your money. They're telling you, you're traveling to the bank. You're traveling with a partner to the bank, and the bank is telling you that I get insufficient. The bank is telling you you have insufficient funds. You're like, why? Devil, Ten of Sword, and the Five of Cups. You're like, why? Because someone that you were dating, they found a way to get comfortable with someone in your job or in or an ex, and they stole. They found a way to take something from you, whether you're aware of it or not. Like someone, you could have been the person. You could one scenario you could have been aware of what you did. Yeah, of course, but it's not. It's like you also want it back. You could have loaned money and you want it back, but you may not get it back. You may not get it back, or it's a person that you put on the side, and you may not. You weren't really warm. You weren't real with the person, and you took some other option, and they could have done something in revenge. I don't know, whatever it is, or you're with somebody that they reinvested something that belongs to you without your permission. They took something tangible from you without your permission. So now they're watching you to see what you're going to do or when you're going to catch on. You may not be Ten of Swords with the Five of Cups, the devil. You're not catching on to the reason why you're getting invited out. You're not catching on to something. If you're a woman, be careful. Like if you're a female, be very careful with the company that you keep. If you're a man, that may apply to you too. Just be careful with the company that you keep. Things look really good on the surface with a person, but something isn't right at the same time. All right, Cancer? All right, that was your reading. Let me know how it resonates with you. Be well. Take care. Bye.